The African American culture is a huge part of life, and it's a huge part of life that needs to be included in children's literature. So today I'm going to go over 25 African American books that I recommend you read to your child. Hey fun parents, welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, welcome to Everything Aja, where I help you build stronger memories through family fun and education, because it's bonding and knowledge that will shape a child's future. So join the community of fun parents that are out here making a difference in the world by liking, subscribing, and clicking the bell. Today I'm going to recommend 25 African American books that you should read to your child. And make sure you stay tuned all the way to the end of the video, because at the end of this video, I will be giving my very first African American Illustration Award to my top African American illustrator. I wonder who it'll be. Now make sure you check out all the links below in the description, because I have given you the Amazon affiliate links that will send you directly to Amazon, and you can order the book right now. I really want to highlight small authors in addition to award-winning Caldecott Medal winners. I've broken up all 25 books into 7 different genres. So I'm going to go through this list based on genre. Our first genre is fiction.
Mufaro's Beautiful Daughter by John Steptoe. Mufaro has 2 daughters. That bad-tempered daughter who is Manyara, and the loving Naisha, who must pass a series of tests in order for one of them to be considered beautiful and worthy for the great king.
This book is basically the African American version of Cinderella. This book costs $12.24.
I Lost My Tooth in Africa by Penda Jacquete. Along with her father, more than anything, Amina wants to lose her tooth while visiting her family in Mali, West Africa.
This dynamic father-daughter duo book costs $26.75.
Am I Enough by Grace Byers. Now this one is the New York Times bestseller and Goodreads Choice Awards picture book winner. It is the perfect book for teaching your child and celebrating their self-esteem. Now it's also filled with positive affirmation from African American girls.
You can inspire your little girl for just $9.49.
Beautiful Blackbird by Ashley Bryan. Now long ago, Blackbird was voted the most beautiful bird in the forest. So all of the other birds who were colored yellow and red and blue and green, they were so envious that they begged Blackbird to paint their feathers with a touch of black so they could be beautiful just like them.
Beautiful Blackbird actually received a Coretta Scott King Award for illustrators. You can see this book with all its beautiful illustrations for just $14.21.
Sulwe by Lupita Nyong'o. Sulwe has skin the color of midnight. She is darker than everyone in her family. She is darker than anyone in her school. Sulwe just wants to be beautiful and bright like her mother and sister. So her journey begins.
And this book is only $14.96. Now let's go ahead and jump into some historical fiction books.
When I grow up, I want to be like the brave men of Tuskegee by LaVon Stennis Williams. Brandon learns new things. Read along as he shares what he has learned about the Tuskegee Airmen from his papa.
And you can get this book for just $21.95. I know my grandmother used to love teaching me about the Tuskegee Airmen, so this book, it would be right up her alley.
Follow the Drinking Gourd by Jeanette Winter. This winter story begins with a peg-leg sailor who aids slaves on their escape to the Underground Railroad. While working for plantation owners, Peg-leg Joe teaches the slaves a song about a drinking gourd, which is the Big Dipper.
And this book is only $3.99.
Henry's Freedom Box. This is a true story from the Underground Railroad. When Henry doesn't know how old he is, nobody keeps records of slaves' birthdays, and all the time he dreams about freedom, but the dream seems further and further away.
Henry's Freedom Box actually received a Caldecott Medal. And you can get this book for only $14.87. Our next genre is realistic fiction, and that's pretty much fiction books that could happen to anybody. This next author is an author that I actually went to college with, and her book is amazing for African American children.
I Want to Be Like, A Story of Love Life by Skylar Houston. This is about Miss Hattie, who's Jordan's teacher, that gave her homework to choose a family member that she wants to be like. And Jordan thinks about her family and what she admires about each of them.
You can grab this book for only $9.99. This next author is another author that I personally know, and she wrote a perfect book for blended families, and it's called The Bonus Mom.
The Bonus Mom by LaToya Council. Now, Zuri is affectionately known as Daddy's favorite chocolate chip muffin. Zuri is frightened of the idea of having a new step-momster. Will she try to steal Daddy away from Miss Muffin? Or will she be a total nightmare?
And this book is only $13.
Dad, Who Will I Be? By Todd Taylor. Now this one is a little boy that goes through life and he tries to be inspired by different people that he wants to be like when he grows up. Like Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. or W.E.B. Du Bois, Tiger Woods, and many more.
What an incredible book, and you can get this book for only $9.99.
Don't Grow Up Without Me by Christy Blackwell. Now, Don't Grow Up Without Me is celebrating a bond between a mother and her children. The dedication and commitment she has to raising her children and giving them hope.
Christy Blackwell is another author that I know personally, and her book actually comes in two forms. You can get this book on Kindle for only $3.99, or you can actually get a hard copy of this book for $12.99. Now, of course, I had to include two of my favorite childhood books, and one of those books is Amazing Grace.
Amazing Grace by Mary Hoffman. Now, Grace loves stories, whether they're from books, movies, or even something that her grandmother tells her. So when she gets a chance to play a part in Peter Pan, she knows exactly who she wants to be.
Man, I used to love reading this book. And you can get this book for simply $13.73.
Hair Love by Matthew A. Cherry. Zuri's hair has a mind of its own. It's kinky, it's coily, and it curls every which way. But Zuri knows it's beautiful. So when Dad gets ready to step out on a special occasion with her, he has a lot to learn. But he loves his Zuri. He'll do anything to make her happy and make her hair happy.
Now you know I love my natural hair, so you can grab this book for your child for $9.96.
The Snowy Day by Ezerick. The Snowy Day is a simple tale of a boy waking up to discover that snow has fallen during the night.
And you can grab Snowy Day for just $5.99. Now, we couldn't cover African American books without some religious fiction. And now you get to hear about my second favorite childhood book, which is designed by God, so I must be special. I used to read this book in my room all the time. Like, this book truly helped me become the woman I am today.
Designed by God, so I Must Be Special, the Afro-American version by Character Builders. This is a special tool to help your child learn that they are adorable and that they are enhancing in their self-esteem and their self-worth.
You can grab this book for just $8.91.
Where Can I Find God by J. Cecil Anderson. Sarah has heard that God is everywhere, but she has not seen him. So with curiosity leading the way, this funky little 5-year-old decides to set out for a quest to find God.
Where Can I Find God is by another author that I personally know, and he has a whole series of books for Christian children. I've included the link below in the description so you can check out some of his other books. You can grab your own copy of Where Can I Find God for $19.78 plus free shipping.
When God Made You by Matthew Paul Turner. When God Made You is an inspired read, and the readers learn about their own special gifts and how to fit into God's divine plan as they grow, explore, and begin to create for themselves.
When God Made You is available for only $6.90. Now, the African American culture has a plethora of African American heroes. So our next category is good old biographies.
Barack Obama, the son of promise, child of hope. Ever since Barack Obama was young, hope was lived inside of him. From the beaches of Hawaii to the streets of Chicago, from the jungles of Indonesia to the plains of Kenya, he has held on to hope. So even as a boy, Barack knew that he was not quite like anybody else. But through his journeys, he found the ability to listen to hope and become what he was meant to be.
And this book is available for just $8.29.
Rosa by Nikki Giovanni. 50 50 years after her refusal to give up her seat on a Montgomery, Alabama city bus, Miss Rosa Parks is still one of the most important figures in the American civil rights movement. This picture book tribute to Rosa is a celebration of her courageous action and the events that followed.
Rosa received the Caldecott Medal and the Caldecott King Award for illustrators. So you can say Rosa is a must-read, and you can grab this book for just $8.99. As a teacher, Martin's Big Words was one of my favorite books to read to my children.
Martin's Big Word, The Life of Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. by Doreen Rappaport. Now this picture biography is an excellent and accessible introduction for young readers to learn about one of the world's most influential leaders, Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. So Miss Rappaport weaves the immortal words of Dr. King into a captivating narrative to tell the story of his life.
This book not only received a Caldecott Medal, but it also received the Jane Addams Children's Book Award for picture books. The illustrations in this book are amazing. And this book is only $7.54, so make sure you check out the link in the description.
Dave, the Potter, the Artist, Poet, and Slave by Laban Carrick Hill. Dave was an extraordinary artist, poet, and potter living in South Carolina in the 1800s. He combined his superb artistry with deeply observant poetry carved into his pot, transcending the limitations he faced.
And this book is another book that received the Caldecott Medal, so you have to check it out. You can get your own copy for just $17.99.
When the Beat Was Born, DJ Kool Herc and the Creation of Hip Hop by Laban Carrick Hill. Now before there was hip hop, there was DJ Kool Herc. And on a hot day at the end of summer in 1973, Cindy threw back to school parties at a park in South Bronx. Her brother, Clive Campbell, spun the records. He had a new way of playing the music to make the breaks, the musical interludes between verses.
Now this journey through the history of hip hop not only educates your child, but this book actually received the Coretta Scott King and John Steptoe Award for New Talent. And you can get your very own copy for $12.99. You can't have a full library of children's literature without having some poetry in there.
Moses, When Harriet Tubman Led Her People to Freedom by Carol Boston Weatherford. This poetic book is a resounding tribute to Tubman's strength, humility, and devotion. Weatherford and Nelson do justice to the woman who long ago earned over and over the name Moses.
Moses is another must-read that has also received the Caldecott Medal. And you can grab your own copy for $13.84.
I Too Am America by Langston Hughes. Now Langston Hughes was a courageous voice of his time, and his authentic call for equality still rings true today. I too sing America. I am the darker brother. They send me to eat in the kitchen when company comes, but I laugh and I eat well and grow strong.
I Too Am America has also received the Coretta Scott King Award for illustrators. I wonder who the illustrator is that's getting all these awards. And you can get I Too Am America for $16.49. Now, of course, I recommend every child having their own at-home library, and you can include all these books in your at-home library today. Don't forget to check out the links below in the description. Now, these books aren't on the recommended list today, but if you have children that are really curious about what's going on right now in this world, I recommend reading to them Juneteenth and Heroes for Civil Rights. These books will give you a little bit of insight of how to have that conversation with your child and explain to them exactly what's going on in the world right now. I would love to know, what is your favorite African American children's book? Let me know below in the comments. And I also want to know, do you have that book in your child's at-home library? If not, you have to go get it for them. Now, I've never given out my own special award before, so this is going to be really fun. But today we're going to give the first Everything Aja Award, and this award is going to go to the Best African American Illustrator Award for 2020, and it goes to, drum roll please, Brian Collier! Whoop, 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 whoop. Brian Collier is a phenomenal illustrator.
He has captured the souls of many. Many of the recommended books like Martin's Big Words, Barack Obama, Rosa, Dave the Potter, the artist, poet, slave, and more are all illustrated by Brian Collier.
Please check out some other books that he has illustrated, you guys. His portfolio can go on for days, so make sure you check his books out. Now you might have been wondering, that wasn't just Aja's voice during this video. And no, you're right, it wasn't. My mother actually partnered up with me to do this video. If you enjoyed her voice, give her a shout out below in the comments. After you buy the books with the links below in the description, make sure you check out this video where I help you go through exactly how to make your home or classroom a print-rich environment and how to set these books up around your home or around your classroom. So this way your child's not only learning to fall in love with African American literature, but they're also building their vocabulary through the environment around them. Don't forget to join the community by liking, subscribing, and clicking the bell. See you later!